Hey crafters, it's Alex Vanover, and today I'm back in the 143VINYL studio to show you how to do StarCraft foil projects. You guys, these projects are so beautiful, but I know that when you're a beginner, they can be a little bit intimidating, but I promise it's super easy, and I'm going to walk you through the whole thing. So let's chat about a couple of things before we get started. First of all, StarCraft Foil HTV projects are a two-step process. And what that means is that you do need a roll of StarCraft Foil as well as a roll of Siser Adhesive HTV in order to have a successful project. You can buy Siser Adhesive HTV in either 12 by 12 sheets or 12-inch by 5-yard rolls. But StarCraft foil only comes in 12-inch by 25-foot rolls, so I would recommend that you just go ahead and get the 5-yard roll so that you never have to worry about running out of adhesive HTV. All right, let's jump into it. So the first step to making your StarCraft foil project is to first cut your Siser adhesive just like you would cut any other HTV. Siser adhesive looks like this. It's kind of a semi-transparent heat transfer vinyl, and you're going to cut it mirrored with your design, and you're still going to cut it as normal with the shiny side down on the mat just like this. And this is really important because this is what the foil is actually going to adhere to. So even if you're going to do multiple colors in your foil project, which I'm going to show you how to do today, you want to do that in all-in-one cut with the Siser Adhesive HTV. And I'll show you what I mean by that here in a few minutes, but you just want to cut it out all in one sheet. Then you're going to weed your design just like you normally would. Once your design is weeded, the next step is to actually place it on the shirt and tack it just like you normally would a regular layer of HTV. So we are going to tack this on our shirt in place for 5 seconds at 305 degrees. So once you tack down your Easy Weed Adhesive HTV for 5 seconds, the next step is to actually apply your foil. And applying your foil is really super simple because all you're going to do is take the desired color of foil and cut a piece large enough to cover all of the adhesive HTV. There's no cutting and no weeding of the actual foil itself. So you're just going to trim a big piece with your scissors like this. And we'll get ready to press it. One question that I hear a lot about StarCraft foil projects is whether or not you need to cut or weed the foil, or if it matters that the foil sheet is a lot bigger than the adhesive HTV. And the answer to that is no. The foil is only going to stick in the areas that have Easy Weed HTV applied, so there's no concern as to whether or not you're going to have any extra foil stick to your shirt. So let's press this StarCraft foil. So now I'm going to press the foil at 305 degrees for the full 15 seconds with medium to firm pressure. The next step is the most important part of probably the entire process because it's where newbies tend to mess this project up the most. And in order for us to peel off this foil, we have to wait until it is completely cool to the touch. Do not get impatient, do not rip it early because you'll end up with an inconsistent distressed look. Now, the distressed look still looks really neat with these projects, so you may end up not hating it that way, but if you want full coverage from your foil, you have to wait until the foil is cool to the touch on the shirt before ripping it off. One way that you can actually accelerate the cooling process is to actually rub the foil onto a countertop, for example, that's granite, or even a wall or a window that's a little bit cooler, especially glass windows and things like that will tend to take the heat out of the design a little bit faster. But if you feel like you're going to be tempted to rip your project, walk away and do not do it, because you may not end up with the results that you want. Alright, and so once your design feels completely cool to the touch, the next step is to rip off your foil. But you have to rip it off quickly like a band-aid, and that's another way that people tend to mess up their projects if they're doing them for the first time. So don't be afraid and rip it really, really fast. And so here's our final project, folks. It turns out so shiny and so beautiful. You guys are gonna love making this project. You'll also notice that I have a little piece right here that's stuck to the shirt, and that's most likely because there was a piece of HTV, Easy Weed Adhesive HTV there that I didn't notice. So that's a little bit of a mistake on my part, but that's okay. Mistakes happen to everyone, including me. So let's talk about a couple of the most common problems that I see in the Facebook group with making StarCraft foil projects. The first problem that I see is that a lot of crafters end up with a distressed look of their foil, and usually the cause of that is not waiting until the foil is completely cool before ripping the foil off, which can cause a distressed look. And like I said earlier in the video, that's not necessarily a bad thing. It can definitely still look really, really cool with the distressed look. But if you want more of a full coverage look, make sure that your foil and the adhesive are cool to the touch before you rip off the foil. The second problem that I see with a lot of crafters is that they don't often apply enough pressure to the foil when pressing it for the full 15 seconds. So remember to change your pressure to medium to firm when pressing that foil, similar to the pressure that you would use with glitter HTV. Now, if you have any other further questions about StarCraft foil, be sure to drop those in the comments, because you guys know I'd be happy to answer them for you. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to the 143VINYL YouTube channel and make sure to turn on all notifications so you never miss when we upload a new video. I'll see you guys in the next one.